Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an RXL placement game that I've got for you this evening. We have TSP taking on Wacko on Clubhouse. We are just waiting for players to join, of course. So for those of you that don't know, this is, as I said, a placement game, so it's to determine points, to determine the seeding of the RXL. If you don't know what that is, it is a league that's aiming to be the only legitimate console league left, and it's got a £250 prize pool that the teams are competing for. So we are just waiting on players, and then once they join we should be go. So TSP will be on the blue side. We've got Puckles there, who's joined at the minute, and Wacko will be on the orange side. I've invited the Wacko representative. He has not joined yet. So let me write down for op bands. So of course both teams are allowed players in chat until the map starts, then they've got to leave. Now we don't want allegations of stream sniping, especially as this is an important game in the RXL. So once we get more players joining, I can run through map bans and the usual operators we expect to see. And then we can get back in. So yeah, as I said, we're just waiting on Buckles to invite the rest of his team. Of course, the team captain, Connor, or Merksy, is not playing in this one, so it will be on Puckles to join that. Thank you all for giving up an hour of your day to come and check this game out. Goes in, just running some T-Hunt, they will join. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure where the rest of Wacko actually is. Yeah, we see Chaz joining now. And we see Light Fusions. He is the Wacko representative, so he will join the orange side. Sorry guys, just dealing with some admin-y stuff. Thank you all for hanging around. I know some of you may be sick of Siege if you were watching Toot's stream of the Nova League finals. That was a best of 5. O'Connor is playing, by the way. Okay, cool. So as Yad is joined as well onto the TSP side. We see Shax joining as well. We're just waiting on the last 3. And everybody spam swapping the teams. So, as I said, on the right hand side, the orange team, we have Wacko, that is Light Fusions, Clyde, Built, Shax, DWOB, and so that's supposed to be pronounced Daps. You'll have to confirm in chat if somebody's there. And on the blue team TSP, we've got Puckles, Shaz, and Yad or YDB Gunning. As Scurvy joins now. Is it pronounced Scurry, Brad? Or Bradley? Is it pronounced Scurry? I've been pronounced it Scurvy the entire time, but I don't think that is how it's pronounced. So I'll wait for confirmation of that. I believe the last player is Connor, or if he'll be playing on Connor Huddo. G-Wob, one word. Okay, thank you for that. Have you like, I don't mind. Okay, cool. Dops, nice. Okay. So after sorting out the pronunciation, we can get into map bans. So of course map bans, you ban 6 and the one that's left over is the map we're playing. So in this case it's Clubhouse. TSP got the first ban. They banned Theme Park, Wacko banned Consulate, then it was a Coastline, Cafe, Oregon, and Wacko banned Villa. To leave us off with Clubhouse as the last, not GWOB, GWOB. Okay, thanks. So Clubhouse was the last map, and interesting enough, TSP chose to attack, and that's quite surprising. Mainly because Clubhouse is so defender-sided. If we're going to look at operator bans, as TSP's playing, there's probably going to be a Monty ban. There will probably be a Thatcher or Maverick, be the other ban. I'll expect to see standard Mirror, Kaid, Echo, potentially a Clash. Those sort of bans. Crazy saying don't start Chaz's pooping. Okay. I'm not surprised. Oh, Crazy's not playing. Okay. Well, you can sit in chat for once. Okay, so when we start, players, if you are in chat, you do have to leave. Of course, we don't want streams. Let me double check my controller batteries. Okay, we should be good. So it'll be interesting to see. I haven't seen Wacko play, but I have seen TSP play multiple times. I've had the pleasure of casting them quite a lot, so I'm glad I get the opportunity to cast their first placement game. For any Wacko players still in chat, you do have to ready up first, and then we only start when all players are ready up, and then you leave chat as soon as we load into the map. I can check the viewers, so I do know if you're in here, and if you are in here, it will result in very unfortunate circumstances for your team. Any stream sniping at all. There is a delay, however, that doesn't mean you should still be in the stream. So if we're looking at who are more of the favourites to win, I think TSP are more well established. Wacko, but I don't mean like they're Wacko a bunch of noobs or whatnot. I mean I haven't seen them play, so I'm not sure how they play. Whereas I've seen TSP play multiple times, so I've kind of got a good idea of how they play. So we wait for every player to ready up, and we jump into Clubhouse. Players, you will have to leave. Good luck, have fun, both teams. So Wacko get the first ban, and we'll see who chooses to ban. And I'd guess a Thatcher or Maverick, and then it's almost definitely a Monty ban. So it is going to be probably a Thatcher, a Maverick. Okay, both are typical bans for this map. You would usually, before people really realised how strong Monty was, it was usually Thatcher, Maverick, Mirror, Kaid were always the bans on Clubhouse and Oregon. And yet Monty ban, what a surprise. TSP hate Monty, so there's no point even prepping with him. Okay, so defender ban. I want to say it will be a Mirror. Apologies for the silence, I was dealing with admin stuff. I want to say it's going to be a Mirror. It's actually going to be the Kaid. Even with Thatcher still up, that's a surprising ban. Because yes, he's annoying, but you've still got Thatcher up. But it's going to make their lives easier. TSP's lives, that is, as they are attacking first. They chose to attack first, which is a bit surprising. And it is going to be a Clash ban. Clash, just like Monty, can be very annoying. So to see those two banned just sort of suggests that nobody likes playing against shield operators. So we are going to jump into some gameplay, and it's going to go. They're going to go with the crowd and go cash CCTV, or they're going to go their second site first, and they go their second site first, choosing Church, or the typical second site, I should say. Choosing Church. Skim rules, just know when Bastion, Ember Rise, stuff like that. Everything else is legal. We're going to have a look at the operator lineups, fairly standard from both teams. It looks like we're actually going to see Gunning go. Is he going to stay on that firm? He is. Gunning, not the typical supportive player. It's usually Scurvy or Scurry. However, I end up pronouncing on that hard support. We see Chaz, typical fragger, but Puckles and a Merxy are going to be on that role. So let's have a look at the setup to start things off. They brought a castle for this site. probably going to castle off construction. I expect to see that reinforced. So you see Sharks on the castle going upstairs to do those hatches, as Dops does the 2 construction walls. As yes, we do see the 2 hatches going to be reinforced, and it's going to be the Jaeger of Clyde to reinforce the one in stock. We've got the blue rotation in on this wall. You sometimes see one on this wall as well. You may want 2.
5 seconds left.
To help that player, whoever holds here. But looking at their lineup, they've got no shield, so it's not going to be very safe holding on this angle here. Guob playing on the Maestro, and he's going to be just putting his cams standard, one in blue and the one in Arsenal. I know this site. Right, let's have a look at the attackers. We've got a Merxy clearing out this top floor. He is on that Jackal. He's going to be hunting those roamers, and the only roamer that's not on the bottom floor is going to be Fusions on that Bandit, and he's got to deal with Puckles and Chaz. So we see they know there's somebody around. As you can see, Puckles is holding that angle. We've seen him play a lot of Nomad if you catch any of my past streams, and he's an exceptional player on this roam clearing operator. Fusions has probably been droned out multiple times. You can see here Chaz is pressuring him, and Merxy's pushed down the stairs as well. They're going to try and scan him, and Fusions, sorry, is in a lot of issues, as Puckles may actually just push him here. That's very risky, and I think Scurry is going to push behind as well, just going to pre-fire that, and Fusions has been Jackal scanned. The crossfire comes out from TSP, and Merxy finds that kill. Chaz was the one distracting that player as Puckles starts to move down the stairs. He thinks better of it. The last 4 are near or on site. Clyde, however, playing quite aggressive in oil pit. I don't think it's going to be an oil pit push. Buckles, yeah, he air jabs it off, so that basically suggests that it's not going to be something like that. The impact trick comes off and fails. The Legion doesn't want to use the other one. Or actually, he used one for rotate. Maestro still had one, but he was far away. That is Guop on that Maestro. So kitchen hatch is open. Scurry doing a great job to get the most important hatch, so I expect to see him moving along now to do the rest. In fact, Yad is going to open it on with the exothermic. Rob's still going to be watching cams. There's Shax playing at the back of Arsenal alongside Dops, with Clyde still playing in blue. Once again, no deployable shield makes it really risky to play there. We've got about 45 seconds left, and the only roamer has died. The melee's coming out from Puckles and Scurry with Chaz and Yad all gunning above. And where is a Merxy? He's pushing through dirt, so that's been thermited. He's triggered a goo there, and yeah, the cool has come out. They know he's there. You can see Shax preemptively getting ready. The pings come out from Dops as well, and Guob is looking for any push. Shax and Guob are definitely the ones closest to a gunfight right now, and Dops is thinking of pushing up. They do have to be careful for time. The Maestro hasn't been droned out. He's going to be very happy with that. Not a lot of time for these defenders, that's the thing. And the gunfight's coming out. Shaz finds one, Merxy finds one. Chaz gets taken down by Puckles as well. And Merxy goes down, and Guob is going down as well. Scurvy planted right next to him, runs away as well. He gets down. It's now just Clyde. 1v1. The diffuser is down. He's got to find this kill. Yad is on a lot more health. The thermite. And they're playing quite far back. They've got the plant down. It was a lot of chaos right there. Trades left, right, and centre. Yad going to find the shots onto the Jaeger, and TSP take that first round to get the plant down as well. So very good for them. Chat, if you want to, as I've seen some talk of M&K already, if you want to make a, you can go to League Discord, go and open a ticket, and if you supply enough evidence, they will be dealt with. So TSP are going to be happy with that first one as Guob's on the Chanka. That's probably going to be a 6 because they attempt Church once more. It's actually going to go back to the Maestro. So there's an identical lineup being brought by this Wacko squad. An identical lineup being brought by the side of TSP as well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So let's have a look at, is it going to be an identical setup? That is the major question going into this round. And whilst they did end up losing on frags, I think they do want to stick with the same type of push, of course. It worked out very well. I think the defenders want to stay with this setup because the issue with it is you have such a heavy site hold. You've got to put all your pressure on fusions to sort of roam quite effectively, waste as much time as possible. And he didn't really get to waste much time. He just sort of sat in toilets and then got killed by a cross angle from Emerxy and Chaz.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
So the impact grenade does indeed go out right there, and that is the rotation being made. I feel like you should... Maestro made it this time. I feel like the Legion made it last time, and that meant he only had one for the impact trick on Kitchen Hatch. So Scurry could get that fairly easily. So Puckle's once again going to be air jabbing to make sure that TSP don't get flanked from any pesky roamers. It's going to be Fusions and Clyde holding quite aggressively in blue once again. Once again, no shield, so it's not the safest place. They do have an ADS though to watch out for any grenades, but it didn't pick up the air jab of Puckles. So it's going to be all 5 on site as Fusion's thinking about going up oil pit. He's going to get air jabbed if he does, and Emerxy will probably rush towards that direction. So we have a look. This top floor has probably been drained out completely clear, and the attackers can start thinking about the executors. Puckles is already getting ready to punch open this castle barricade. The castle barricades were very strong because it forced a push into this triple church wall. So they're going to try and keep that up this time, and Legion used both of his impacts. Scurvy, it was successful it seems, as Scurvy has used all of his Ex-Kairos pellets. Meanwhile, Shax has taken a lot of damage. He's playing quite aggressive. I think he was peeking Chaz. Chaz meanwhile has taken a lot of damage, but done a fair bit back to Dops. So the defenders know that they are very much trapped, as any type of push, they either run into the guns or they get killed, well, they get revealed, sorry, by the air jab. This Maestro cam is going to give away the attacking push, and Yad has been downed actually. And how has he been down there? And was that through a pixel hole held by Dops? It probably was, as Shax finds a kill onto Chaz. The Thatcher goes down, but he has done his job. Shax gets taken out by Scurry now, and Scurry going to be making his way down the stairs too, and Church is going to be opened up now. Guab is going to be getting ready to try and impact that. He does it just too late, so he's going to have to fall back to this cubby that he's held multiple times. Dops on very low health, and with Clyde and Fusions, actually Fusions has managed to flank as Emerxy finds Dops, but not before Guab finds Scurry. Keep trying to say Scurvy. Guab going to be looking for this kill onto Puckles, but he's not going to find it. The Nomad using the bullets there to get that kill. Yad and Emerxy have made their way near or on site, but however, Puckles gets taken down. There's 5 seconds left. They need to find the kills here. The headshot comes out from Emerxy. He's not going to get there in time, and Wacko that round away. Thanks to Guab, I believe he got that kill onto Puckles as he was planting. Very unfortunate there for TSP. So we go to gym bedroom. These are weird. The reason I say weird because they aren't going cash, which is the most defender-sided side. Squab is actually going to 6-pick onto the mirror. Of course, mirror is often played on this side mainly, and we don't get to see an alibi, although it would have been nice. The attacking lineup of TSP are bringing an identical roster of operators, all played by the same players as well.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So as I said, this is typically your third site. The site you get forced to go on because you've won the other 2. And they are bringing it, and Wacko are bringing it on round 3. without even going to cache CCTV. It's going to be a cache hold. You can tell that by Shaq's reinforcing those two cache CCTV walls well.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Have a look here. Of course, we are going to see this master bedroom window get castled. I mean, open. He's going to do the gym one as well. These are fairly standard castles, these two. If, excuse that buff on the mic, if you aren't having a heavy cache hold, you will castle off the gym doorway to make gym very, very difficult to get into, which makes it a pain to attack. However, with this aggressive cache hold by Shaq, it's just quite interesting because he's the only player playing there, and the UMP isn't a strong weapon as the Thatcher EMP grenade gets thrown out, and Fusions is just going to bandit trick that, but he's not actually tricking any utility, as Yad is still making his way over to cache. So Merxy is droning into red stairs as Puckles gets ready to breach, and Shax is in a bit of trouble here as he doesn't see Puckles running through. Actually, it wasn't Puckles, it was Scurry that running through. Very aggressive there. Got very lucky that that castle player wasn't holding a harsher angle, and is that gunning getting ready. And he fakes it out actually, and he's gonna put it on the other one as well. And is this gonna be tricked? That's the question. It's not gonna be tricked. The wrong wall goes down, and that wall gets opened up. The Shax is actually going to have to make his escape very quickly because he is being heavily pushed. As Puckles finds that headshot onto the castle, and Dops is going to try and refrag, but he's definitely wants to get away from that.
A bomb has been
So
located.
we see Jacuzzi opened up by Yad and Shaz. The duo there of Thatcher Thermite getting that work done quite quickly. And the mirror of Guob very much a bit of trouble, it seems, as Fusion is roaming down below. He will probably get air jabbed, and that will make Puckles and Scurry look away, as Scurry actually found that kill. As Fusion's going to be a bit of trouble because Puckles is going to rotate away probably. And meanwhile, Clyde found gunning. Dob's going to look for the kill there, and he's actually going to find Scurry. Dropped the diffuser, takes a lot of smoke damage though, and he gets traded out by a Merxy. Good refragging from TSP. They know where Clyde is trapped. Fusions is the player to watch out for, as he has been on that roam. He's got the diffuser, but he's a 1v3 as Puckles finds a double kill for that. Fusion's going to try and get a kill as Puckles goes for the plant. The diffuser is down, as this is a placement game of points. TSP find themselves getting an extra point for that. Fusions is very much in a lot of trouble as he's dueling with Chaz. And Merxy looking for that kill as well. Puckles is just looking for a run out. Fusion's very much in a lot of trouble as down he goes. TSP win that round as well. Great execute from them. They were there for the refrags when it mattered most, of course, with Scurry going down with the diffuser. I think it was risky smoking that, potentially a lapse of communication, because what had ended up happening is Dops took so much damage from the smoke that a Merxy could just refrag him incredibly easy, as we are finally going to see cache CCTV. So the only difference from the lineup so far has been Guob. He was on Maestro, and then he swatched to Mirror, and now he's on the Valkyrie. But as soon as I talk about that, Shaq 6 picks onto the dock. Gonna use that ACOG, gonna hold in garage guarantee, because you can make use of that ACOG onto exterior balcony, outside CCTV, and also down below outside of garage. So the only operator with any real setup, quote unquote, is Guob. And he is going to be throwing those vac cams. He threw one in garage, and these 4 walls going to be reinforced up. As you expect those 4 to be reinforced when you're having a garage hold. These 2 being reinforced as well. Clyde's going to make that rotation. Very good. That garage rotate's so
10 seconds
crucial.
to go.
And we'll see what holes he makes on this wall, if any. If you're holding this table, you make the holes on the left, and if you're holding this table, you make right.
Attackers must locate
And
and
that's what we're
defuse
going to
the
have to
bomb.
look for. And I thought Fusions was going to go for a more aggressive play there, i.e. potentially a spawn peek. However, it seems that there won't be one. So actually Dops is going to be running below, and he's going to run into bar. This is a heavily... Actually, Gwab is in gym. And Dops is just by pool table. He's going to be looking for any on the roof. The only one he may find is probably Puckles. Puckles, if he just pre-fires the other one, he could get that kill. However, Gwab moves away as well. The Valk on the roam. Apologies, more admin stuff is popping up, and he's actually going to get taken down by Merxy. Good droning there. As the Jackal finds a nice kill onto that Valkyrie. She goes down without being much use, not even being able to use that C4, and once again the bandit trick isn't successful from Fusions, as we see it get opened up from Yad or gunning once again, depending on how you want to say it. So Shax is going to be sitting in garage still. He's not going to get a very nice angle onto the exterior balconies. The Hibana's coming out, but are going to be bandited as well. Actually, the bottom ones go off. That's not great. How did the bottom ones go off, but the top ones didn't? That's my question. Oh, well, probably a delay. I need to stop complaining about that with my confusion, because Puckles has taken out any sort of denial that is left. The only denial that the defenders can use is Clyde on that smoke, and he's only got 2 left. He's going to preep that very aggressively. He does know somebody's on a drone. He's going to ping it fairly close as well, as Dops gets taken out by Puckles. The man's on a double kill. Clyde gets taken out by Yad as well. Shax in a 1v5. It could be a flawless round. Scurvy going to try and get the plant. Yad finishes it off. Flawless round there for TSP. Extra 3 points for the flawless round there for their seeding game. That's going to be very good for them. And the attacks are looking quite dominant from the TSP squad. So Church has been opened up once again, so to no surprise we see Wacko going back there. Although it is 3-1 to TSP, I think Wacko have definitely had solid moments in each round. I think it's the executes when they come down to it. TSP is just better prepared than the defenders of Wacko are. Squad goes from Doc back on to the trusty Maestro. So potentially that could be an improvement, and TSP are going to be happy. You want, as an attacker, to win 2 rounds. The average is to win 2 rounds when you're attacking Clubhouse. They've won 3. So they're going to be very happy, because then they get to go to defense, and this is one of the most defender-sided maps. Limby, it'll be interesting to see what this side of Wacko does to change things up. Of course, they've won this once, lost it once, and they need to break the momentum of TSP. A lot of times where I've casted TSP, as soon as things start clicking, they're very, very difficult to beat. Once you can stop that momentum, you have more of a fighting chance. Of course, as I've said, this is my first time spectating Wackos, so it's nice to see who they are and see that, you know, they aren't pushovers. They're definitely putting up a fight against TSP. What they have been lacking, though, noticeably, is a roam game. It's been Fusions who hopefully roams again. Instead, it's going to be 2 on blue. But the thing with doing this is you're giving full map control to TSP. TSP, they often do this. They send the Merxy above. They come through cache CCTV. They use that Jackal to roam all of this top floor. And meanwhile, the hard breachers and Puckles make their way through the middle floor. So Merxy's actually just face checking things. You can tell he's very, very confident in his team's intel. And who's he found? Has he found Bandit? Believe so. So Fusion's going to stay in that position. And Clyde Spectating just in time, he rotates up quite late, something we haven't seen Wacko do, and it works off as he finds that kill onto the Thatcher. Chaz going down early, he wasn't able to do his job. These three walls are going to be very difficult to breach, so I expect the attackers to have to do something different as we see Puckles by Shax on that UMP. Fair play to the castle player, the UMP isn't very strong. Getting rid of that Nomad. And this time Scurry is going to peek it now. And he's going to get picked up by the UMP as well. Yard and Emerxy, the only two left. Are they going to still push Shax? Surely they know now, you know, don't push the UMP player. He's at perfect head height for crouch. The diffuser is obtainable. And it looks like it's going to be peeked by Yard, I believe that is. Or is that Emerxy? That is Emerxy. So Emerxy's going to be pretty confident with that, and he finds the headshot onto Shax through the dead body, making sure it's not a flawless round for Wacko. And Yad's still above. The crouch spamming flick shots as he duels with Clyde. Rob still just sat on this intel operator of Maestro Dops. Going to be looking for that player as well. Is that the Hibana's not going off correctly? I believe so. So that's why they've stayed the same. Clyde, is he still playing this super aggressively? That's the thing. Emerxy is very low, but he is the carrier as well. Dops is also on site. Rob is still on cams. Fusion's just waiting in blue for any potential late blue push from either Gunning or Emerxy. The floor bangs are coming out from the Jackal player. They've got 30 seconds left. It's going to be difficult as it's going to be a construction push now. This is usually your backup push if all else fails. So they're going to... TSP are going to send Emerxy forward as Yad drones him out. The goo mines come out as nobody's really watching it, to be honest. I think Dops is now. And Clyde is looking for kills as well. He finds one onto Yad. They're going to look for Emerxy now. He's going to keep himself alive, except he's not, because Light Fusions is there to finish his things off for Wacko. And they can take that round and be fairly confident in the way they won it as well. Their most dominant round yet, just after TSP's most dominant round yet. So where are we going to go now? It's probably going to be Cache CCTV. Indeed it is. This is the last defense that Wacko can choose. They're actually going to bring a mute from Shax. And it's going to be Clyde on the smoke. He's been on the Jaeger when Dops hasn't been on the Legion. Shax's going to go back to that dock. He's going to play in Garage once again without a doubt. As that is where the ACOG is super duper strong. Once again we see TSP bring the same 5 that they usually bring on a map like Clubhouse. You have the 2 hard breaches, the denial and the 2 fraggers. Let's have a look at the utility being brought from both sides. We've got 4 barbed wire, 2 C4s and 1 deployable shield. That's what you'd usually expect to be brought on this side. You may occasionally have odd proximity here and there. Meanwhile, from the attackers, 2 claymores, 2 smokes, 3 flashes, and 3 breaches. Much more well-rounded lineup. You may bring stuns on the thermite instead of claymore. However, they probably guess they're attacking Cache, and you know they want to cover off these potential runouts. As Guab, excuse me, is going to be running around with those ramp cams. Going to place one in construction. That goes on the light. He wants it to be behind it. And he gets that one. He's going to throw one onto the roof. He's actually going to try and get it on that tower. Where does it land? It doesn't land on the tower though. It lands on the corner of the building. Shax once again playing in. So Chaz throws out that EMP fairly early on. Clyde going to be making those bullet holes fairly late and very tight together. As Guab actually finds the opening pick onto Puckles. Although I didn't really expect them to be so close. Did he just peek and kill the Nomad? The Nomad's been very strong on the side of TSP, and Merxy's also around there. Chaz is there too. And instead he repels onto the roof with Yad, who's already opened up Cache. So Fusion's not going to bother about trying to trick that one, as it was right down the middle. He's going to shoot some shots, run below, Joy wasting time. That's a C4 and a half. However, Merxy has moved away from where he was. Fusion's still going to be sat, and he's going to see Dops there, the two GSG-9 operators roaming together, with Clyde on site along with Guab just shooting some shots with Shax. Still just going to make sure that there is no push into Garage. So it's going to be a split push, I should say. Actually, instead it's going to be into Garage. Shax gets taken really low by the fair amount of gunning and isn't able to do a lot of damage back in return. He does stim himself up. Does he stim himself twice? Yes, he does. Merxy going to be droning Scurvies. He is going to get ready for that construction push. There is no bandit on site. However, his fusions is below. Dots. Who was that playing quite aggressive? I believe it's Wob. It was. The diffuser has been dropped. The profile's coming out with fusions. He's the one to watch here. He's going for that late flank. He's going to look for Chaz, find the kill onto that Thatcher. He's going to rotate around. He's going to look for some more. He's going to find it. Izzy is a Merxy, finds Guab. Gunning gets taken out by Dops, and Clyde gets taken down by a Merxy as well. Scurvy and a Merxy, the last two. Scurvy on very low health. Dops with that pistol. Going to be looking as... Is that sight control for a Merxy? I believe it is. He sees the feet there. Scurvy is trapped in Gym, and a Merxy's got to have to do a great job of forcing these defenders out of sight. It's not going to work as he gets taken down. The Doc is going to get taken down by a Merxy as well. He's on a triple for the round. He could go for the ace. Is he going to find it? Nope. Dops is prone. Wacko win that one out to equalise things at the end of the first half. Very strong performance from both teams. Wacko really found their stride in those last two rounds. TSP was sort of running circles around them earlier, as we are going to see Church and Arsenal first. Your difficult second site, as I said, a lot of teams been playing this as a primary site, with the double SAS shotgun being brought from Puckers and Chaz, gunning on the Valkyrie, no surprise, and Merxy on the Jaeger. Scurry bringing that Goyo. We haven't seen Goyo being played yet, neither have we seen as a Fear being played, as Fusions has sick-fit that from the Ash. And Chaz is going to go on to that Legion, no smoke for him. At the end of the first half, let's have a look at the leaderboard. I'm actually going 11-3, definitely doing bits for the side of TSP. Wacko's a lot more spread out, with Clyde going 5-5. With Fusions going 4-3. Those are the only ones going positive. With Puckles and the Merxy the only ones going positive from and gunning. Just missed him out. So let's have a look at the sites, or the different basement hold we may get. No bandit being brought on this one. I expect a Merxy to do a lot more of a heavy roam, similar to the style he often does, as he is going to be reinforcing that construction. And Scurry going to be placing a Goya shield into construction. That's going to force a vault over, which is a good place to place this. We see a Merxy run past it there. So, where have the attackers spawned? It's a lot more spread out. So this is looking a bit like what we saw Chaz and Puckles do. They sort of pushed through Lounge and came into bar and filtered on through as a Merxy. He's going to rotate down. Did he go for a spawn peek? It looks like he went for a spawn peek, judging by the fact he had to reload. He is going to rotate back to site. So Kitchen going to be the prime target, it seems. We've got 2 C4s, they're all pre-placed. 3 C4s actually. Gunning and Scurry have pre-placed those C4s. Chaz getting ready to impact trick that, I hope. And it is successful. And it looks like Clyde doesn't really know what to do. He's actually just going to leave it for the time being. So we have a look to the push down the main stairs. That is Guab on that Jackal. He's going to trigger a goo. Chaz is going to know he's roughly there. Shots come out. Start the Vector, I believe, from Scurry. As another hatch gets... a hatch gets attempted to be open. It's the bar one, which is your second most important. EMP gets thrown down below as well. It's not going to get that Mew Jammer though. And a C4, pre-play C4 from Gunning is going to find that kill onto Gwob. Maxi doesn't have to worry if he wants to go for a late roam. There is no Nomad. He's only got to watch out for a potential Claymore. In fact, there's only one place down at the minute as Shax is droning. Meanwhile, Gunning going to be sitting on site with Scurvy, playing in that construction position. Maxi sitting under the table with Puckles playing in blue. He's actually very close. Very, very close to Fusions. So we see Wacko getting a kill there before. Chaz getting dops. Sorry, not before. Light finds the kill onto Puckles. Shax with the Claymore on a Merxy. I said only one had been placed down. Shax just placed his down. He is down though, so as Fusions actually finds Gunning as well. It's really only a 2v2. That diffuser is down and it's now all left up to Scurvy. The Vector going to find that one kill. He's in a 1v3 clutch situation. Can he find that kill onto the Zofia? He's got to play for time. That's all he needs to do. The bullets coming out from that assault rifle. He's on such very low health. Scurvy just needs to land one bullet. He gets a 1v3 clutch that way. That's going to be some nice points for his team. He is going to see that Zofia going to be desperate for the kill here, but doesn't see him as Zofia comes around the corner. Fusion's picking that one up for Wacko. And to take the lead for the first time this game, actually. Wacko find themselves 4-3 up. Very unfortunate for Scurry. If he found that kill, it would have been a 1v3 clutch. And he would have gotten the 2 kills in that to get 2 extra points along with the round win. So we are going to see Church once again from TSP. This time Scurry going to be on the Bandit as we see everybody else running these same operators. That could be a sick pick potentially. So they were really only running Puckles as the denier. So they probably want more denier. The attackers are bringing an identical lineup. No 6 picks, it seems. We are just waiting on Puckles to load on in. Please don't DC, otherwise we will have to have a rehost. He does load in, which is all good. Stapper and Ramsey and Wacko on top. Team Wacko. Of course, Wacko find themselves 4-3 up. This could be a close one. It's definitely looking back and forth. Didn't look like that at the start, TSP going 3-1 up, but Wacko started to bring it back on their defensive. Not sure if TSP need to be fully concerned yet, of course, as they are on the defense. But they do have to win 4 of the next. They need to win 4 of the next 5 to make sure they win this one out, which is not the easiest thing when you've lost your primary site in the first time of asking, but so did Wacko. So I don't think TSP needs to be fully concerned yet, but if they do want the win, they do start picking things up. As we see a Merxy going to go for a spawn peek, is he? That'd be nice and interesting if he does. He's not going to actually see anybody. He is going for that bullet hole spawn peek. And meanwhile, Clyde, is on the roof. He's going to rotate back. He's going to try and get kitchen open without a doubt. Is it going to be successfully impact tricked by Chaz? He's definitely got to be the one to watch for it, as he's going to make that hole already. Puckles is a shotgun, so it might be easier for him to make it. Asking, you shall receive. And indeed, he does make that hole. So, Fusion's got top floor control, so Wacko comfortable with that. And every defender is on this bottom floor, with Gunning being the aggressive one in construction. So I realised I had the overlays on there. The hatch has been denied again. Very good job from Chaz. He's only used 1, and Clyde's decided, you know what, I'm just going to leave him be. We'll go for a bar push once again. No castle being brought, so it's not as what it was. The bar push won't be the same as it was when Wacko were defending. And the Merxy is playing quite aggressive. We do know that Connor likes to be quite aggressive. He's on this aggressive role for a reason. That bar hatch getting opened up is going to put a thwart to his plans. Shrek's actually looking like he might just drop down. That's very brave, as even though it's a 5v5, this is still very much attacker disadvantage. And who is that gonna get potentially killed by a Merxy? A bit of lag there. That's a very nice kill for Gwob on that Jackal. He's got to watch out as Puckles is there. He's ready to find that kill. There's a lot of damage, but the Jackal doesn't see him. Puckles finding that kill. Light Fusions gets taken out by Scurry as well. The perfect refragging from TSP. They covered each other very, very well. And that put an advantage of Wacko to a disadvantage as Puckles finds another one too. Down goes that Thatcher of Shax. And it's just the hard breacher of Dops and Clyde. Clyde is going to find Puckles though, to make it more manageable, but Chaz, Yad and Scurry or Scurvy all left over at the end. Scurry, Yad and Chaz going playing fairly aggressive as Scurry going to be holding in blue. So Clyde going to be droning out. They're going to find that that site is clear. He knows that two are in blue. Oh, Dops flirting with death there. He's going to take a lot of damage. Scurry going to find that kill. Is he? Ooh, Scurry taking such low health, as is Dops. Clyde, though, finds gunning. So it's now just a 2v2. Chaz going to look for that kill as Clyde gets taken down. The Thermite going for that plant. Scurry knows. They know he's in default. And down he goes. Was that Scurry to finish that one up? No, it was Chaz as TSP on their defense take the basement site on their second round of asking. So apologies for that admin-y stuff as we go to CCTV. This is getting quite close now as we are following a similar pattern, very much round for round as of right now. So, any 6 picks? Yet Puckles goes from mute to bandit. Apologies, I'm having to deal with some admin-y stuff that I do need to sort out right now. I want to clarify once again, as I saw before in chat, there were accusations of M&K. If you see any sort of M&K like activity, make sure that in the league Discord you go and go to under match protest and file one right there. Fortunately, I'm still being added to deal with some sort of issue.
5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out.
Apologies for this right now. So we are going to see a garage rotate. Yad going to be on that dock. We'll spectate him as he's most likely to get any sort of early activity. He's going to make a very nice bullet hole onto that wall down there. As that is the bottom of garage being opened up by Hibana. Okay, right, apologies for that once again, as we see Charles has taken some damage fairly early on as well. We are having a look. Where is Emerxy? He is chilling in kitchen. He's not been droned. So he's very much a major threat. And actually Puckles has taken up the damage as well. Is that from outside the window? Who was that playing out here? I want to say it may have been Zafir or Gwobbers down below. You could just see the outline. Emerxy and Fusions walk into each other. And the Jaeger wins that one out without taking any bit of damage. Scurry once again is going to be playing that Goya. He is a very strong Goya player, so it makes sense to see him back on it once again. Playing for his team's strengths. Oh, Hibana not checking the right, not looking the right way as Puckles finds that kill onto Clyde. However, immediately refragged though by Dops. That is the Thermite playing on out of the balcony. They've got to be careful though. Gunning is very much a major threat as that Goya shield has been. They're not going to flash him. There's a bit of server lag, apologies for that. As that is Emerxy taking a bit of damage. Well, who did he peek? Was he looking at Dops? He may have been, as Guab is making his way through. Flashbangs get eaten up by those ADSs, and who's that looking for? I believe it is Chaz and Scurry right now. They're going to be looking for that player in construction, and that player in construction is Guab, the entry fragger. He's going to... I'm not really sure what he's going to do. He's going to try and pre-fire just in case Merxy's nearby, and those bullets were very, very close. Yeah, there's an issue as neither player really sees each other as Guab finds Scurry, and Yad going to have to be careful as he gets pushed in. The panic knife comes out, and Yad finds a kill. He definitely shouldn't have. He had to stim himself up, so he does have to be careful. He can't stim himself again either. Dop's going to walk in pre-fire right there as a Merxy gets taken out by Guab, and it's now just gunning left in a 1v2. He's going to be looking for that player, not going to find a shot. He just needs to find the person planting, but he can't as Guab mops things up for Wacko. And they take that round right there. This is getting very close right now. 5-4 in favour of the Wacko team. So they are going to go to CCTV once again. So far, the first 3 rounds have mirrored what happened to Wacko when they were defending. The attackers winning round 1 and round 3, and then the defenders winning basement on their second time of asking. However, this time we saw CCTV played third instead of Jim. So we are going to see a bit of a different lineup, as Scurry going to be on the smoke.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So let's have a look at the utility being brought by both teams. The defenders bringing 4 barbed wire, deployable shield, 2 impact 4. Not playing as heavy plant denial as you may typically expect. And we also see the attackers bring 2 claymores and 9 flashes. They're able to burn. They're able to easily burn all the ADSs that a Merxy is going to be placing down, or Connor.
10 seconds.
He is going to be running around right now. He's definitely having a good game, going 12 and 6.
5 seconds left.
If we have another look at that leaderboard, he is doing extremely well right now. Guab and Clyde, the top fraggers from the team of Wacko. That window is going to get pre-fired for a Merxy, and that was by Light Fusions, who's going to be sat on that Zephyr once again. I wonder if they are going to meet once again. He actually sees that player, and Light lives on a sliver of health. He is very, very lucky with that one. Rob is going to chase a Merxy, however, and it's actually going to find that one out. And down goes the Jaeger. However, Jaeger's placed down all of his utilities, so it's not the end of the world, and he did a lot of damage to this Zephyr. But TSP aren't going to be too great with losing. They're going to lose that wall control as well. Puckles knows this, so he's going to play quite passive in CCTVs. That window gets opened up as well. As Guab droning all of the top floor. Scurvy getting ready to peek if needed. He's going to punch that fan, get rid of that money. That actually wasn't done before. That's quite surprising. What was that? A Guman being popped was... Who was that by? It's actually Fusions finds gunning right there. That's not good. The dock's gone down. Things aren't looking the best for TSP right now. Need to find this one, but with Charles rushing down the stairs, Fusion's just waiting. He's on such low health. He's being able to get away with absolute murder. It's just Scurry and Puckles left in a 1v2. Scurry goes down. The squad finds a double kill. Can he find a triple for the round? He runs out of bullets. None of them see each other. And a flawless round right there for Wacko. They're exchanging one flawless round for another. And they take their revenge right there. Wacko on match point. 6-4 at the minute. However, if we are looking at the previous round, then TSP in theory, should win these next two as we see Church once again. I think it's been a pleasantly surprising game, as I haven't seen Wacko before, and it's nice to see them and TSP going for us. We have a look at the operator lineup. It's the same as it was the second time, the time they won basement. No 6 picks either. The attackers bringing the same operators once again, just as TSP did when they attacked.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So let's have a look at how TSP will defend this one. Will it be an identical one to how they did it before? You'd expect so, as it worked out quite well in the end. And arguably they should have won round 7. Unfortunately for them, Scurvy just looking the wrong way. It happens, and losing that round there. So we are seeing an identical setup basically once again.
10 seconds
I think it comes down to Emerxy has been dying quite early on the past few rounds, and he's dying so early on. The way that TSP are playing, Emerxy is the main roamer. The other 4 usually are on or near site, so by losing that roamer they lose all sorts of map pressure, and they definitely struggle. So we see that Dops carrying that diffuser. He's on that thermite, he's making his way towards kitchen. It's usually Clyde carrying it before, and he spawned somewhere else. He's on the eastern roof. Him and Fusion's very lucky he didn't die. So if Fusion's had died to Emerxy, that would have been a very, very different round. So we once again see 5 players on or near site. No blue control either. No ADSs in blue either. Scurry going to be watching for that one. Fusion's running around the top floor with Dops and Shucks making their way to the middle floor, with Guab going right down to the basement stairs already. He's just going to pre-fire give away his position. Gonna shoot that mute jam, and he's going to pre-fire and get the kill onto Puckles. Very, very nice kill right there. And the mute's gone down fairly early without getting one of 3 C4s being brought. We'll have to see if this impact trick works again. It's been working a lot previously. That is the bar hatch getting opened up as Guab just tried to walk onto site, and Merxy was there. This time he wins that fight out, and it's been equalised 1-1. The entry fragger going down. Fusion's though very, very aggressive where he's pushed up. He's going to shoot with Goomon. That blue hatch has been opened. Scurry's going to know about this, but he's going to get taken down by Dops. Is that from the blue hatch? No, it's from all the way by main stairs. And that is a nice set of bullet holes being used by Yad. The impact trick comes out. Is it working? It did work. Impact run, flashbangs, sorry, getting thrown right in. Merxy is in a lot of trouble. He's probably going to play in default, the default position. And they do have to be careful of this. Merxy definitely the one closest to a gunfight. He's going to be looking for that pre-fire. Not going to find anything as Chaz finds one to get Yad. Finds another. It's now gone from a 3v4 to a 3v2. However, they do have to be careful. And Merxy going to get killed by Clyde, who comes to take over that spot from TSP. It's going to go down to a 1v1 maybe, as Chaz has got to find the kill onto Clyde. That diffuser has been dropped, so Chaz can rotate away, and that's exactly what he's going to do. They are just going to trigger a bunch of goo mines right here. It's going to be very difficult. If he finds the kill, he will find himself an extra point. And he's going to run right up, find the kill there, keeping this in TSP's favour. They win that round, and we are going the full distance to round 12. Great play by TSP to bring that back. Chaz and Yad both getting crucial kills. And Merxy unfortunately getting trapped, so Fusions could just peek that. However, fair play to the TSP guys. They do have to go gym bedroom. And I think if you're Wacko, you're going to be pretty happy knowing that this is probably going to be the weakest site you have to attack. And TSP, they're going to have to hope that they can work this one out. We see a similar lineup to what was brought by Wacko. Do you see a mute this time? And we see Scurry on that castle. We are actually going to see Clyde sick pick. Is he going to sick pick just to Habana? He's actually going to go to Capital. We have no Wamai in place, so those aren't going to be captured, and I don't think TSP are really going to expect this one.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
On to number 12. It's been a great game between these two teams. TSP are going to hope they win this one out. They can get a draw, and if it is a draw, TSP win with more, get more points as they've had more plants. And Wacko are going to hope they win this one out and just take the win, get some 6 points for the win in general. So we are going to see a very heavy cash hold. So all three have been reinforced. That's quite interesting. So I wonder who used the reinforcement for that. I think Puckles did. This is an interesting setup, I do have to say. Scurry just going to arcade that one out. Let's have a look at the leaderboard for the final time. Clyde and Guab going double figures for Wacko, and Merxy the only one going double figures for TSP. They're going to need a good round to win this one out. This is looking like it's going to be a jacuzzi and southern push. And by southern push I mean this balcony control here, branching into the cash room. They may expect this and just try and push. That is risky from Guab just to push on in, and he's actually going to see Puckles there. He's got to know he's quite in a risky position. He is just going to try and retreat. Takes an SMG-11 bullet from Puckles, and Puckles going to play a bit more aggressive, as that is a potential successful thermite child. That might be successful. It's not going to be successful. Chaz knows it's not. So what they're going to do is they're going to forfeit it and give full balcony control to Yad. However, Guab has been taken down. However, Fusions gets wiped out by the mute of Puckles, and Guab's run below and found a Merxy as well. So it's a 3v4 once again. But Clyde goes down to make it a 3v3. This is quite close now between these two teams. Shax, he's very, very close to Puckles. I'm not sure he knows it. I think Puckles knows, however. He's looking for it. He finds the headshot. Beautiful double kill for the mute. Yad gets a C4 kill. And it was looking so good for Wacko. And Guab finds himself in a 1v3. He's going to teabag for the camera. He's got a minute 20 seconds left. But he does have to be careful. Scurry's still in cash. He's going to need to find all three for his team to win. He's going to need to pick up the defuse as well. He's going to spin the circle. And he's going to make his way up the stairs. This is definitely winnable for him. He's definitely played extremely well. And he's going to have to look. Is he going to... He's looking the wrong way, though. And down he goes. TSP finished that one off. And we see identical mirror matchups there from both teams. Both teams winning 3 attacks in the same order that they won the 3 attacks. So we saw attacker, defender. So the win of the rounds went attacker, defender, attacker, attacker, defender, defender. And it copied the entire way through. It ends a draw. And a very, very good game between both of these teams. GG, well played from both of them. 6-6 for them in the end. It was a good one right there. And they end up with the draw. So I've got to say, great from both teams. I don't think either of them knew that there were draws. So I've got to say, GG well played from both teams. A bit of confusion about the rules. There are some... there are draws in this, so both teams end up with 2 points. And if I'm looking off the top of my head, I believe TSP take 2 extra points because of the plants. So they, I believe, I will look back to double check points, but I believe that they will get the win for that. I'm just doing the points now. So Wacko had 11 points. and TSP had 13 points. Both teams got flawless, so both teams got an extra 3 points for that. Both teams drawing, they both get extra 2 points for the draw. Both teams winning 6 rounds, 6 points for that. However, the 2 plants from TSP earn them 2 extra points. So I want to say thank you for everybody for watching. Feel free to drop a follow. I am a caster for RXL, so I hope you enjoyed. Any placement games or scrims that are casted by myself will be on this channel, so if you're not already, please make sure you drop a follow. You can find me on Twitter at DylanC14, capital I, not lowercase l, and there you get notifications on when I'm going live. I give people about an hour earlier, not an hour, I give people about a day's notice just so they can get the so you can get notified and be ready. Eddie, if you get a flawless round, it's an extra 3 points. And any 1vx clutches is a point for every kill you get. So they are both rewarded in each way. Is to find a balanced way of not people running for kills and people not just trying to insta-plant. Is to try to find that balance. I think we achieved that. If you didn't know that, it's not really my fault. They are in league rules under a pinned document that Red has posted. But yeah, thank you all for playing. Thank you both teams for allowing me to cast. It was a great game and I did thoroughly enjoy it. I do know for a fact, Wacko, that you are leading the teams that lost. As well, not the teams that lost. You are, I believe, right behind TSP in points. I think you're just ahead of Urban. But I want to thank both teams for allowing me to cast. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, please make sure to follow my Twitch. And then if you'd like to, you can also follow me on YouTube at TinnyPuffTBM. However, there's a space between TinnyPuff and TBM. That uploads all of my VODs every Sunday, but they'll be out tomorrow. I will go and upload all of them so you can have a permanent VOD to watch over. It just serves for me a permanent VOD of my casting so I can look over and see what to improve. I think that's about everything. Yeah, so if you did enjoy, make sure you drop a follow. I want to say thank you both teams for allowing me to cast. Make sure to follow for any placement games or scrims I cast for RXL so you can always stay up to date on your RXL action. That's all from me and goodbye.